Have you ever heard of a library that only comes alive at midnight? When brave little Sarah sneaks inside, she finds glowing books, magical whispers, and a secret world in need of her help. Will she be able to save the enchanted forest and make it back before morning? But before we begin, I would like to introduce myself. I am Dr. B. I publish horror stories and scientific and cultural content on my channel. If you are interested in this type of video, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all that is new. Let the light disappear and darkness come. In a small sleepy town stood a grand library called the Midnight Library. Everyone knew the library, but no one dared visit it at night. Whispers among the townsfolk said that strange things happened there once the clock struck midnight. Books shuffled on their own, shadows danced along the shelves, and faint whispers drifted through the aisles. One chilly autumn evening, a curious young girl named Sarah decided she had to know if the rumors were true. Sarah loved books and thought nothing could be scarier than missing out on an adventure. She packed a small flashlight, her favorite cozy blanket, and her courage, then snuck out of her house when the moon was high. As Sarah tiptoed into the library, she noticed the grand old clock ticking toward midnight. The library was quiet, almost too quiet. Rows of tall bookshelves towered above her, and everything seemed much larger and darker at night. Then the clock struck 12. Sarah held her breath, clutching her flashlight tightly. Suddenly, the books began to glow. Each book's cover shone with a different color, casting a rainbow of light throughout the library. Sarah could hear faint whispers and gentle giggles around her. She wasn't sure if she was frightened or excited, but her curiosity won, so she stepped forward. As she walked down the aisles, the glowing books seemed to guide her, leading her deeper and deeper into the library. She could hear whispers. "This way, Sarah, follow us." She stopped in front of a large, golden book that seemed to be calling her name. Slowly, she reached out and touched its cover. Whoosh! The book opened on its own, and a soft light floated out, forming the shape of a tall, gentle woman with glasses and a warm smile. "Hello, Sarah," the woman said kindly. "I am the keeper of the Midnight Library. Every night, I awaken to care for the books and make sure they're ready for new readers in the morning." Sarah was amazed. "Do the books come alive?" she asked in awe. "Yes," the keeper said. "Every book holds a story that longs to be told, but only brave and kind hearts can hear them at night. Would you like to visit a story world?" Without thinking, Sarah nodded eagerly. The keeper waved her hand, and suddenly, Sarah found herself inside a swirling mist. When the mist cleared, she was standing in the middle of a forest, surrounded by giant, enchanted trees with faces carved into their bark. A friendly fox with glowing eyes approached her and spoke. "Welcome, Sarah. We need your help. The enchanted forest is in danger." "Danger? From what?" Her heart pounding with both fear and excitement. "The shadows," the fox said. "The shadows here are mischievous, and they have hidden the forest's magical crystal that keeps everything in balance. Without it, the leaves will fall forever, and the trees will never bloom again." Determined to help, Sarah followed the fox through the forest, lighting her way with her small flashlight. Shadows flitted around her, giggling and darting into the bushes. She was a little scared, but she reminded herself that she was brave. Finally, they arrived at a dark, misty pond. In the middle, glimmering just beneath the surface, was the crystal. But something was guarding it, a large shadow with eyes like glowing embers. Sarah took a deep breath and stepped forward. "Please, let me take the crystal. The forest needs it," she said firmly but kindly. The shadow paused, studying her carefully. Then, as if recognizing her bravery, it stepped aside. Sarah waded into the pond, her hand reaching toward the crystal. When her fingers touched it, a warm light surrounded her, and the shadows faded away. The fox cheered, and the forest filled with the sound of leaves rustling and birds singing. Sarah had saved the enchanted forest. In a blink, she was back in the library, standing beside the keeper of the Midnight Library. "You were very brave, Sarah," the keeper said, smiling. "Remember, you can always find strength within yourself, and thank you for helping our story." As the clock began to chime for 1 a.m., Sarah felt a warm, sleepy feeling wash over her. The keeper gently closed the golden book, and Sarah's eyes grew heavy. When she opened them again, she was back in her bed, with her flashlight and blanket by her side. From that night on, Sarah dreamed of the Midnight Library and the magical worlds within. And sometimes, she thought she could hear the faintest whisper of a story waiting for her next visit.